What up, everybody out there, YouTube world? It is October 10th, 2012. It's a wonderful day here in Tennessee. My last video, I know I spoke on how I did an 8-day juice fast, and at the end of it, I was speaking on how I had broke that fast by not really the proper ways of doing it, not gradually working myself back into foods or doing anything like that. And yes, I know an 8-day juice fast is nothing extreme compared to some of you seasonal fasters out there, but for me, that's my longest and first experiment or experience with not eating but juicing the whole time. Spent plenty of money on food, that's for sure, doing it, but it's how I broke my fast, eating foods that I know I shouldn't eat. I mean, just dead foods, dead nutrients, dead vitamins, nothing good in it. And I ate so much that I made myself sick in a few different ways. The last couple of days I've been sick. I've made myself sick from food, which I am actually, it may sound silly saying this, glad that I have made myself sick from food, because it's made me realize even more just of how big of a problem we have here in this country and this world from our foods we're eating. And I didn't eat nothing too crazy, you know. I ate quite a lot, but nothing that your average American isn't eating daily. But I feel like I'm sick because I've ripped down all these barriers that I built up for years on the American diet. I'm more clean now, so it affects me more. If I don't eat good, it affects me more than somebody else, say, that's been eating this same way and had never ate good or did any detoxing or cleansing. Somebody that's did some cleansing and detoxing, when they eat, I mean, it's going to affect them more. And I got friends, they've watched me eat and stuff after I've did real good for a while with my diet and stuff, and then they'll just poke fun and say, see, that's why I don't want to do what you're doing, because you can't even live a normal life and stuff. Well, you know, I live a normal life, but I'm not eating mostly fruits and vegetables, and I like to say mostly because I'm not perfect. Like I'm saying, I ended a fast and went wild, to be honest with you, for a couple of days and paid for it. But I eat mostly fruits and vegetables because it's just amazing how it makes you feel. I guess it is the electricity that just, it runs all the way up and down your spine that you don't get when you eat dead foods that don't have anything to them. People need to realize they're just eating them foods to fill a hole in their stomach. They're not really filling them to give their body life. The more life you give your body, the more productive you will be for society. I do feel that. So, like I'm saying, I'm making this, I don't advise people to start eating tons of breads and seeds and nuts and all this if you just did a fast, crackers, dehydrated foods, different, you know, just a lot of the gourmet type stuff, foods people eat and stuff that they think are healthy and all this. If you're doing a juice fast and then you go and you pig out on that type stuff, you'll think gourmet and healthy when you're sick and puking and diarrhea and just horrible. I mean, yeah, it ain't no joke. And that's why a lot of people will say it's so important how you break a fast. A lot of people say it's more important how you break a fast than how you go into a fast. Because they say going into it, you need to do some detoxing too. Which I agree with that. Maybe I can't speak on that part as much because I did 3 years of detoxing that I've been working on with my body and just changing my life. So But ending the fast, I will say, that's why I'm making this video to testify, you do not want to just go crazy with eating foods, and you want to stay in your, you don't want to go crazy, you don't want to get sick, but at the same time that I'm telling you don't want to, it was just, for me personally, more of a confirmation on the problems that we're having with food in our society. As I was sick, I knew, and I was thinking of all the individuals who I know are sick with terminal illnesses, and people that I've been a pallbearer and carried them to their grave, and just different things, that our food is poisoned, and it's addictive. It's addictive too. I mean, that's why coming off that fast, I broke it, and then after I broke the fast, it's like cravings come out of nowhere, and I couldn't control it. And might want to talk more on that in another video, because I'd really like to connect that more with Jesus and temptations, and you know, when he was fasting for 40 days on no food, just water, he was tempted in all ways, and he overcome it. He was tempted in all ways. And a lot of people, when they'll talk about Jesus fasting, they'll try to relate it to saying that he went out to like a field or some place to be alone while he did it. And I can understand by how it's written in the Bible that you say that you know, it says he went to the wilderness or the desert. But keeping the context of what was happening, he was tempted in all ways. If Jesus was just sitting out there in a desert all by himself, I just don't see that he was tempted in all ways. I may be wrong. I'm not trying to push anything on anybody. But I feel going into the desert or wilderness meant the desert or wilderness from God. He went to, like say, Las Vegas, the city of sin. He went to a place where the devil has plenty of negative energy going on there, and he went face to face with all temptation and overcome them while not eating. And that to me is amazing, because if you can overcome not eating, then I feel any other temptation on this earth has got to be really a piece of cake, because you know, when you get hungry, you want to eat, and that's just how it is. Overall, I want people to know juice fasting, from my opinion, it was amazing. After 7 days of it, I did hit what a lot of people say, that energy spike. There for a while, a couple days, 4 or 5, I was like, I just don't know if I'm going to get that energy everybody's talking about. They talk about getting energy out the yang, and you know, I ride bicycle marathons and stuff. I just didn't even have the energy to get on a bike. And then by day 7, I had so much energy. I was, woo! I mean, I felt alive, which I was alive.